This video may contain spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're diving into some major news from NPC Studio about the upcoming Fields of Mistria Q4 update. Mark your calendars because this update is set to drop next month on November 18th, 2024. This is going to be the biggest update yet, and while you'll definitely want to be ready to make the most of it, don't worry, there's still plenty of time to prepare and enjoy everything at your own pace. Today, we'll break down everything we know so far, share tips to get you fully prepared, and dive into what could be coming next. So stick around and put your conspiracy caps on because this is where things get exciting. First up, let's talk about something I know you all care about: villager relationships and romance. The heart progression cap is getting bumped from 4 to 6, which means we're about to get even closer to our favorite dateable NPCs. We'll finally see those 6 heart events, and I'm really curious how these new interactions will deepen each of their stories. Based on the sneak peek NPC Studio dropped on October 18th, Stargazing with March, it's safe to say things are about to heat up with all our favorite dateables. We're breaking beyond the friend zone we've been stuck in for months and finally getting deeper into their storylines. What secrets might these characters reveal once we hit those 6 hearts? Traditionally, in farming sims, you can start dating at 8 hearts and propose at 10, so getting this update at 6 hearts feels like a huge deal as it's right on the edge before you start dating. It's bound to bring some meaningful interactions. The social mechanics and art style in Mistria are where this game truly shines, and based on this sneak preview, the devs are making sure our thirst for these relationships is well quenched. We might finally unlock Baylor's mysterious past, get Juniper to loosen up those goth girl boots, and maybe even watch a tsundere start to melt. Whose storyline are you most excited to see? Let me know in the comments because I'm curious who everyone's rooting for. Tip number 1, if you can't wait for these heart events, now is the time to focus on gift giving and chatting with your favorite NPCs daily to lock in that 4 heart progression before the update drops. Make sure to stash away some of their loved gifts so you're not scrambling at the last minute. To my fellow adventurers out there, we are getting new enemies and cosmetic drops. It's tough to say if we're getting new biomes so we can complete the perfect ore and gem sets for the museum, but based on the roadmap, the new biomes or mine levels will be more likely to occur in the full release of the game. However, new monsters and cosmetic drops means there could potentially be new materials for crafting and decorating recipes, which I'll talk about more later on. Tip number 2, the enemies tend to get a little faster and more aggressive as you progress in the mines, so you might want to level up your mining and combat skills for perks that will make your life in the mines easier. Stock up on stamina boosting dishes and level up your gear with some buffs so you're fully prepared to take on those new enemies and snag some of their sweet, sweet drops. Now let's talk town life. Renown is getting a huge update with the cap being raised by 20 levels. That means more Renown rewards and even more reasons to complete those bulletin board requests. Plus, they're adding a brand new festival. For the festival, I have 2 predictions. I think there might be a stargazing event where we can invite our favorite dateables once we reach 6 hearts, or since the update is dropping in mid-November, it could be a cozy Christmas or New Year's Eve festival to warm up gamers during the winter season. Imagine playing under a fuzzy blanket with a warm beverage. This could mean the potential for some Christmas decor as well. As much as I do love a good spooky theme, and I've got receipts to back up that there is confirmed spooky decor out there, I am leaning more towards a winter-themed festival or an exclusive date. My evidence for the winter event is more based on theory, honestly. There's just something nostalgic about the holidays and Harvest Moon games. Gifting around Christmas, being invited to a family dinner with your favorite dateable, or the tradition of making buckwheat noodles on New Year's Eve. Those events were beyond cute and romantic. But for some reason, I'm really drawn to the idea of a stargazing festival where you can invite your favorite dateable out to the summit to see the stars. The evidence pointing to this: as we build up the town, we unlock a quest called the Beautification Project, which opens up the summit. As of now, the only use I found for the summit is maybe taking your chickens out there to enjoy the weather. Not exactly romantic, right? But hear me out. Stargazing is such a sweet date idea. It would feel a bit sad if, like the sneak preview we saw, if it was only a March exclusive event. But there's a chance that it could be, especially since he has a Big Dipper poster in his room, hinting he might be into astronomy. If it's not March exclusive, this could add to the game's replayability. We'll want to get everyone up to 6 hearts to see how that stargazing event unfolds with each character. As a marketing strategy, this would quench our thirst for new romantic content while still leaving us craving more interactions with our favorite characters in the full release. Tip number 3, I think this could be a nudge from NPC Studio to players who haven't progressed in the main storyline to build up the town if you haven't already. This way, you can unlock additional map locations like the summit and more animals for barns and coops. You might want to do the same for completing bulletin board requests and building Uptown Renown, because there are so many stamina potions you can get to make your life easier and crafting recipes to make your farm super cute. Next on our list is the skills section. The skill cap is increasing from 30 to 45, which means once we reach that cap, we'll unlock a whole new series of perks. As for the predictions on what these new perks might be, I have some ideas, but many of the really exciting ones might be saved for the full release of the game, like maybe summoning a giant chicken mount under ranching. Or maybe it's a spell. We won't know until the full release. My guess is that these new perks will be slight enhancements to existing ones within each skill tree. For example, the prize-winning perk under the farming skill tree is fantastic, allowing us to receive 5% of a crop's sell price just for harvesting it. But imagine if they were boosted to 10%. Or under cooking, could we see reductions in mill processing time so it doesn't waste an entire day? I'm beyond excited to see what the devs do with the new skill perks and feel confident that whatever gets added will be amazing. They'll likely enhance our quality of life and gameplay, making things easier while keeping everything fun. With so many possibilities, I'd love to hear what perks you would love to see in the game in the comments below. Tip number 4, I could dive into a rabbit hole of predictions, as I'm super passionate about this game's skills and perks. But the best tip I have to prepare for the update is to check out my other videos on how to level these skills up quickly. Aim to max them out to 30 and stock up on those little purple orbs because you'll need them to unlock perks at level 45. After taking a look at the roadmap for customization and cosmetics, I'm sorry, what? We're getting even more home upgrades? Our houses already feel pretty roomy, but if you love decorating, this feature is going to be a game changer. Will these upgrades pave the way for a master bedroom for marriage? Could we get an upgrade that nods to Stardew Valley homes, like having an upstairs, downstairs, cellar situation? Or, hear me out, what if we see something inspired by Harvest Moon games, like a bathroom upgrade where we can replenish our stamina and mana? The possibilities are so exciting, and I can't wait to see what unfolds. In a recent patch update, we got some cute new pastel hair and eye colors based on community feedback, and this update promises even more cosmetics to customize our characters further. These could be unlockable through building up the town's renown, finding treasure chests throughout Mistria, from drops in the mines, as well as purchasing from Saturday market vendors. This will likely be the case for craftable decorations too. We know Mary's furniture stall is where it's at, but keep an eye out for new recipes that might come from monster drops in the mines, just in case. And let's not forget animal cosmetics. This will be easy, as we could head over to our neighbors and buy these cosmetics outright. Tip number 5, since a lot of these cosmetics will likely be unlockable through purchasing at the Saturday market, I recommend saving up and making as much money as you can. That way, money won't be an issue when this update releases. If you found a really good way to make money that doesn't involve making 4,000 loaves of bread, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and I know the rest of the community will too. Fields of Mistria has been wildly successful since its early access release in August 2024, amassing over 250,000 downloads and a staggering 4 million total hours played in just the first month. NPC Studio is diligently working towards the game's full release and values community feedback to enhance gameplay. As for the miscellaneous features they might add, it could mean anything. Will they implement a community poll like Concerned Ape did for Stardew Valley to consider adding more marriage candidates like Ulrich, or maybe the long-awaited fortune-telling emo vendor that I kind of love? We might even see expansions around the map to make travel easier, giving us the chance to explore new areas. Or perhaps we'll get to rebuild that abandoned building next to Valen's clinic, or uncover what's behind that locked door in the Sleeping Dragon Inn. Or maybe we'll see updates that tie into the social aspect of the game. Will we have a chance to join our favorite townsfolk in a game of Dungeons and Dragons as a minigame? Because that would be super cool. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with all things Fields of Mistria, be sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoy the channel, check out this playlist for more Fields of Mistria tips and challenges, because watching multiple videos helps the algorithm promote this small channel even more to cozy gamers like you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.